All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
Chatty, move away. Check 53's mine. Watch the run.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. Only a couple there, as he'll be brought down about the 20.
That's the way you fly to the ball.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's
Go, faster. Let's go.
They'll run it. This is Michel. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Hey, exit.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well. Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come fact that the ball got turned over.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Tim Williams makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Army. Army. 53's the mine. 53.
On 2nd and 9. Lock. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Hey, Delta.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. I'm coming. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. It's our field.
Lock going to try and throw on 3rd down. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Lock now, 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they run with Michel. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
53's the Mike. Watch the curl.
Ready?
On 2nd and 2, Lock. That's out to his running back, Michel. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Mike, 53. Watch this.
On 2nd down now, Carney, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 2, Lock's going to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. Lock now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Lock. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On 1st down, Lock. And his throw is incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, They'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Ready?
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, Alpha. Let's go.
They'll turn to Michelle as they go back to the ground. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back?
What?
That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
Block now on first down. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Let's go, D.
On 2nd down, it's Grant, and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. That's complete to his running back, Grant. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
This is Grant. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a... Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Play action. Now Jackson. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to let it go. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
Block now on first down. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Yep. Banjo. 53's the mic. 53's the mic. I'm coming after you.
5.
Block taking the snap at 1. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Go.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Man, I got you.
On 3rd and 2. Block. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
He don't want it.
Hey, wahoo!
Check 48's the mic. Let's go.
Ready?
Throwing on first down is Locke. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Ready.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you.
5.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Ravens will get it. First and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Play action. It's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Ready. Mike part two. They can't hang with us. Check safety, check safety. 22, check, over. 22, check, over.
Throwing on second down, Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Open receiver. That's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. and reading your keys. You always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Ready. Go, go, go.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his second touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down and down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tim Williams came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
53, Mike.
Here's Locke. And the catch made by Johnson. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Yes. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Bring it. 52.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Here we go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Go.
They do go for it. It's Locke. Looking long for Westbrook. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards. Maybe. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Alert 3.
Big grip.
And they'll try Michelle here running on the right side. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Bravo.
53's the Mike. 53. Check 53.
Snap.
Locke to throw on 2nd down. He's got his tight end O'Shaughnessy. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Check Mike 99, Mike 99. All right, T, let's try. All right, T.
On second and goal. Block. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Mike spoke.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He gets it to Brown, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Come on, set.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack with a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey!
Let's go.
Fight!
On play action, Lock. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Lock. And Eifert has it.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off through the corner. With good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Out of bounds at the 40-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Hey, exit. Get it.
Again, it's Lock. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Ready. Topper, topper.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Say go.
On 1st and 10, here's Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Hey, high 7. Hey.
53, Mike. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lock, and he'll get that to Michelle, complete. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. From the right hash, this from 48. The kick by Lambo is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle. Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it. And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup. They will run with Grant. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go. Their time to shine. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Jackson from the shotgun. Being chased out left. That's going to be caught. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out. And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they? And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point. Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does. You're a company man. Aren't I, though?
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So we erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use
yeah.
in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Now Locke. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Locke now on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Locke going to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Got to do better. Come on,
Shoot.
Block off of play action. Now a desperation throw deep downfield and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, wahoo!
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Let's go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. He's going to let it fly. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. In for the score. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. And they are going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
The Jaguars take over
Let's go.
first
Do
and
it.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Jaguars
Hey,
come to the
too
line
far.
to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
17.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Ravens, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another